My beloved child, this is not just another moment. This is not just another scroll through your screen. You were led here, not by chance, not by random curiosity, but by a divine nudge from the heavens. Listen carefully. The voice that speaks to you now has been waiting not for hours, but for seasons. Archangel Michael says, there's a reason this message wouldn't let you go. There's a reason you feel the pull in your chest. Because this is not a suggestion. This is a divine alarm. Today, the gates of heaven opened with urgency. The angels gathered. Your name was whispered into the wind and sealed into the book of divine appointments. What I am about to tell you has waited patiently for the right hour. And that hour is now. If you feel this stirring, this pressure in your chest, if your spirit is leaning in, type Amen in the comments now. Seal your faith. This message is not general. It is not vague. It is direct. It is personal. It was carved in the halls of glory for you, not your neighbor, not your friend. Today is marked. It is not May 24th. It is not May 26th. Today is sacred. The alignment of this very moment carries the weight of heaven's attention. If you miss this, if you scroll past this, you may miss what has been waiting to be delivered to you for years. My child, a divine whisper has turned into a shout. Archangel Michael says, I have been waiting 2 hours to warn you. And now, I am here, because the delay is no longer safe. What was once hidden is rising to the surface. A person, someone you thought you could trust, has been carrying a second face. They have smiled in your presence, but whispered doubts behind your back. They have said, I'm here for you, but their heart has aligned with envy. Do you feel the tension in your spirit now? That's not paranoia. That's discernment. The gift that heaven placed inside of you is stirring, because it recognizes what your eyes haven't seen yet. But today, I am pulling back the curtain. You are not being paranoid. You are being prepared. Type 444 if you are ready to receive divine protection. The enemy has been walking beside you dressed as a friend. But Archangel Michael says, the time has come to separate what is holy from what is familiar. You've confused comfort with calling. But I will not let you stay bound. Listen closely, because in the next 72 hours, someone will reach out to you. It will seem like coincidence. It will sound like they just wanted to check in. But that message is not innocent. It is not from heaven. It is from the one who has been watching your rise and trying to reroute your purpose. Heaven says, do not answer out of emotion. Do not engage out of habit. Stay silent. Let your discernment speak before your mouth does. Archangel Michael is standing guard, and the angelic host has surrounded your steps. But there is one thing they cannot do for you. They cannot force you to let go of what you've outgrown. You have been asking for elevation. But I ask you, my child, can you handle what elevation requires? Because new levels do not come without new exposure. You've said, I want a miracle. You've cried, I want breakthrough. But that miracle comes with instructions. And those instructions begin with letting go of what cannot follow you. Comment, break me free if you're ready for divine liberation. Because today, the veil is being lifted. What was foggy is now clearing. The friendship that left you confused, the relationship that drained your peace, the opportunity that looked like a blessing but felt like a trap. Heaven says, it wasn't your fault. You were loyal, but I allowed it so that you would finally see what I see. My beloved, the betrayal has already happened. The moment you started rising, they started rewriting your story behind closed doors. But do not panic. Heaven is not here to punish. Heaven is here to promote. What they meant for harm, I will use for glory. A divine realignment is beginning, and you must walk with eyes wide open. The next invitation may look perfect, It may come wrapped in politeness. It may even sound like restoration. But behind that gift is a hook. The kind that pulls you back into confusion. The kind that delays. Destiny. But heaven has hidden something even deeper in that moment. A surprise. A coded blessing. The person who tries to trap you will accidentally direct you into divine clarity. Their plan will backfire. Because heaven is 2 steps ahead. If you've been asking for a sign, this is it. If you've been praying for confirmation, this is your proof. God says, you are not crazy. You are chosen. The pressure, the heartbreak, the delay, they were not rejections. They were reroutes. Because what you carry is too holy to be handled carelessly. You have made it too easy for others to access your heart. But now, heaven is requiring a shift. Archangel Michael says, seal your soul. Guard your oil. Your elevation is not for display. It is for destiny. Type, cleanse my spirit, if you're ready to be purified from old attachments, because something new is coming. Something that cannot fit into yesterday's mold. Your spirit is awakening. Your vision is clearing. Your calling is catching fire. But before the new can be released, the old must be buried. That is why the discomfort has been intense. That is why the last few weeks have felt like spiritual pressure. Because you are in transition, not from pain to peace, but from hidden to revealed. From overlooked to divinely highlighted. Heaven is spotlighting your name now. Archangel Michael says, you are about to walk into rooms where your name has already been spoken in favor. You will be offered something you once only dreamed about. But I ask you, can you accept it in silence? Because the next blessing will require radical obedience, not noise, not explanation, not social approval. Silence, stillness, discernment. Someone in your circle is about to slip, not on purpose, but by divine orchestration. Their mask is loose, their tone will shift, their question will expose what they've hidden. When it happens, do not confront, do not panic, do not gossip. Watch. Heaven is using their slip as your sign. Type, I need reassurance if your soul needs a gentle confirmation. Because you are not alone. You are not forgotten. The angels are not late. Your miracle is not missing. It is moving toward you. Now, Archangel Michael is here, and he is not whispering. He is roaring. You have been covered in prayer by ancestors who walked before you. You have been marked with divine favor. You have been equipped with spiritual fire. But now you must obey without delay. Do not wait for perfect timing. This is the timing. This is the moment. Heaven has sounded the alarm. Type 111 if you feel protected. This is just the beginning. The next part of your story is unfolding. What comes next will make sense of every moment that tried to break. You, stay with me, my child, because in part 2, Archangel Michael will reveal the hidden hand behind your delay and why that delay was secretly protecting your destiny. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Heaven whispers, and you're finally ready to hear it. My beloved child, I need you to listen even closer now. What I am about to share with you is not for everyone. This part of the message has been guarded for a reason, because it unveils what most are too afraid to confront. But you are different. You are chosen to receive this, because your calling cannot afford to be delayed another moment. Archangel Michael says, there has been a hidden hand in that you have not seen, but have felt. A force disguised as coincidence, carefully orchestrating your delays, your detours, your doubts. You have blamed yourself. You've said, maybe I wasn't ready. Maybe I'm not enough. But heaven now reveals the truth. It was never about your ability. It was about timing. And more importantly, about interference. Someone close to you has been unknowingly used to slow your ascent. Not through open sabotage, but through emotional entanglement. You've been wrapped in expectations that were never yours. You've carried guilt that didn't belong to you. And all the while, your divine assignment waited for you to break free. Type, break me free, if you're ready to disconnect from anything that does not serve your divine calling. Because in the next few moments, truth is going to rise like light through darkness. And when it does, clarity will come rushing in. There is a conversation happening behind your back, one that's not malicious on the surface, but layered with silent jealousy. Someone is monitoring your progress, not to celebrate you, but to compare themselves. And what you thought was admiration was actually measurement. Heaven says, do not hate them, but do not trust them with your vision. You must understand, my child, not everyone is meant to walk into your breakthrough. Some were only assigned to your wilderness. And the longer you try to bring them into your promised land, the more resistance you will feel. This is why things have been falling apart. Not because you are cursed, but because heaven is dismantling the false foundation that was built on comfort instead of conviction. Type, I trust the process. If you're ready to surrender the old path. My child, Archangel Michael is revealing now why certain doors remained shut, not to punish you, but to protect what you carry. Because behind one of those doors was a counterfeit opportunity. It looked like destiny, but it was distraction in disguise. Had you walked through it, your oil would have been drained, your discernment dulled, your spirit burdened. This is why rejection was divine redirection. It hurt, but it saved you. There's more. 3 people around you have shown you their faces, but only one is truly aligned with your purpose. One is a mirror reflecting what you used to be. One is a mask pretending to support you, but secretly competing. And one is a mantle assigned by heaven to lift you, cover you, pray for you. But you've been drawn to the mask. You've mistaken familiarity for loyalty. Archangel Michael says, it's time to discern again. You must silence your emotions and hear with your spirit. The person you keep explaining yourself to is not assigned to understand you. Stop bleeding for those who refuse to bandage your soul. Heaven whispers, this is the season of divine detachment. Not from love, but from illusion. Comment, I see clearly now if this word confirms what your spirit has already sensed. You have outgrown certain circles, not because you're better, but because you're chosen. And the chosen must move differently. Not louder, not faster, but wiser. You are being elevated. But elevation is not always visible. Sometimes it looks like isolation. Sometimes it sounds like silence. Sometimes it feels like everyone is turning away. But in truth, heaven is clearing the room, because what is about to be revealed cannot be shared with everyone. Type 444, if you're ready for divine separation and angelic protection. My beloved, someone has been praying for you to fail, not publicly, but silently. And heaven has heard their murmurings. God is not mocked. The spiritual realm is not deaf. Every whisper, every thought clothed in envy has echoed through the atmosphere. But today, divine fire is responding, not to harm, but to expose. The veil is lifting. There is a woman. She seems warm. She asks gentle questions, but her spirit is unsettled. She is not the threat. She is the messenger. Because her actions are alerting you to the real danger, the one who hides behind spiritual language, pretending to be your intercessor. But their prayers are not for you. They are against your rise. Heaven says, let silence be your sword. Let discernment be your defense. Do not confront. Do not post. Do not try to correct their image. Truth will reveal itself. Time is a loyal witness. Someone in your family has seen your light and cannot handle its glow. They smile at your victories, but secretly hope for your stumble. You have felt it. at the dinner table, in the pause between compliments, in the absence of support when you needed it most. But here is the truth. Their resistance is confirmation. You are not where you used to be, and the old version of you no longer fits in the rooms you once begged to enter. Comment, I have outgrown the old, if this resonates with you. Archangel Michael says, the person pretending to protect you has already betrayed you. But do not fear. That betrayal is the key to your unlocking. Heaven allowed it, not to destroy you, but to deliver you, because what they took was never yours. What they whispered was never truth. And what they delayed has now become a divine setup. Your blessing is behind the backlash. Your miracle is behind the misunderstanding. Your next level is behind the no. Type Amen. If you receive this word into your spirit, you are about to be offered something that looks like everything you wanted. But it is not heaven sent. It is a test. It will come dressed in opportunity, wrapped in urgency, tied with favor. But inside, it is compromised. Do not bite the fruit that costs your purpose. Archangel Michael says, I will show you the real gift hidden behind the false one. But you must obey my warning. Heaven is rearranging everything for your good. You may feel like it's all falling apart, but it is falling into place. Do not panic. Do not reach. Do not beg. Stand still. Stand strong. Stand surrendered. The enemy's plans are crumbling. Their access has been revoked. Their whispers silenced. Their surveillance disabled. Type 911 to activate divine emergency intervention. My child, your name is being carried into rooms of divine decision. There is favor on your name. And the reason they couldn't stop you is because you are not self-made. You are God-sent. Let them wonder. Let them speculate. But you, my beloved, stay faithful. Stay quiet. Stay aligned. The next 24 hours will bring a sign. It may not be loud. It may not be obvious. But it will be divine. A phrase, a slip of the tongue, a dream, a nudge. When you see it, don't second guess. Say, thank you, Father. I receive. Heaven is watching. The angels are moving. Your next breakthrough is scheduled. Not for next month. Not for next year. Now. Your time is now. Archangel Michael says, watch how I turn what was sent to bury you into the very thing that builds you. In part 3, I will show you the secret inheritance that has been hidden from you, why it's surfacing now, and what you must do to protect it. Stay alert. Heaven is still speaking, and your name is still echoing through glory. My beloved child, if your spirit is still with me, it means heaven has not lost you. It means your soul is still sensitive to the whisper of the divine. Archangel Michael says, this is not the time to get distracted. This is not the time to look away, because what I am about to reveal has remained hidden in the spirit for years. But today, heaven is unlocking it just for you. Listen closely. There is an inheritance, not of gold, not of land, but of divine purpose. And it was written with your name on it before time began. It has waited in silence while you wrestled through seasons of delay, betrayal, confusion, and grief. But now it stirs. Now it awakens. Because the moment of fulfillment is drawing near. But this is not a gift you can carry casually. It is not a blessing you can display openly. It is sacred. And it must be protected with silence. Archangel Michael says, the enemy does not fear your blessing. He fears your obedience. Because obedience unlocks what hell has tried to delay. Type, I choose obedience. If you feel the weight of this moment. My child, there are secrets about your destiny that even you have not fully seen. Your dreams have only scratched the surface. Your visions have only hinted at the edges. But heaven has documented the full version, the complete scroll of your calling. And what is written cannot be undone, but it can be delayed. And that is what the enemy has tried to do. not with war, not with disaster, but with distraction, with people who dilute your focus, with moments that chip away at your trust, with voices that seem kind but carry confusion. Heaven says, guard your atmosphere. The oil is falling, but it is fragile. Comment, I protect my anointing. If you're ready to guard what's sacred. My beloved, there is someone who has noticed your shift, not because they discern the Spirit, but because they feel your light rising. They may not say it, but their heart has begun to distance. They don't know why they feel irritated around you. They don't know why their support has turned to silence, but heaven knows, because you are growing, and your growth exposes their compromise. Do not chase their approval. Do not beg for understanding. Your evolution does not require explanation. Type, I release approval. If this is confirmation, the hidden inheritance is not only spiritual, it is generational. You are the one heaven has chosen to break the cycle, the one who would no longer settle for spiritual crumbs, the one who would not bow to false peace. You are the interruption to your family's patterns. And because of that, the warfare has been more intense. But I tell you now, the battle has shifted. The tide has turned. Archangel Michael says, your bloodline is about to witness deliverance, not because of their prayers, but because of your persistence, your quiet tears, your midnight worship, your surrender when no one was watching. That inheritance healing, prosperity, clarity, favor, it is being passed to you, but it comes with a key, and the key is silence. This is not the season to share everything, not every dream, not every opportunity, not every breakthrough. What is developing is delicate. Premature exposure could corrupt it, and the enemy has been listening. Even now, there is a woman. She is close to someone you love. Her words sound safe. Her tone is sweet, but her spirit carries disturbance. She has been asking too many questions, too much interest, too many follow-ups. But the real danger is not her curiosity. It is your openness. Heaven says, protect what is unfolding. Let your silence carry the weight of your purpose. Comment, I stay quiet. If you feel this urgency. Your house has been marked for visitation. Not just spiritual refreshment, but divine announcement. Something is coming. A moment, a sign, a decision. And when it arrives, you must respond with peace, not panic. Archangel Michael says, this is a sacred window. Guard your posture. Guard your words. My child, you have asked for confirmation. You've begged for clarity. And now heaven is delivering it, but it won't come in the way you expect. It won't be a voice in the sky or a lightning bolt from the clouds. It will come through silence. Someone will fall silent. Someone who used to speak often. Someone who used to check in. And their silence is your answer, because their silence is not absence. It is exposure. Heaven is showing you who cannot handle your next. Type 444 to seal your spirit in divine protection. My beloved, there's a weight to your calling that you're only now beginning to understand. You've always known you were different, but now it's becoming undeniable. The things that used to excite you no longer feed you. The places you used to run to now feel cold. The people who used to understand now feel distant. Do not mourn. What is fading. Heaven is pruning your path, not as punishment, but as preparation. Comment, I surrender the pruning. If your spirit says yes, your next breakthrough requires spiritual precision. You cannot afford careless company. You cannot afford delayed decisions. This is the hour to walk with divine instruction. Archangel Michael says, your feet are being guided. Even your missteps have become miracles. You may feel like you've wasted time, that you've taken too long, but heaven says, nothing was lost. Every delay was training. Every setback was sacred. Every detour was divine. My child, your hidden inheritance is being unsealed. And it's not just a blessing. It's a blueprint. You will begin to dream again. But differently. This time, your dreams will carry codes. You will hear phrases, see names, smell places you've never visited. Don't dismiss them. Write them down, because they are not imagination. They are instruction. Archangel Michael says, the scroll is opening. Heaven is giving you a glimpse, but only if you stay. Sensitive. Only if you protect the space. Only if you honor the silence. Comment: I honor the silence. If you receive this word. Soon, someone from your past will reappear. They will come gently, casually, but they are carrying something they did not mean to reveal. A piece of information, a detail, a timeline. And when they speak it, something inside you will shift. You will not panic. You will not argue. You will recognize, because heaven has already prepared your discernment. Archangel Michael says, don't speak what you know too soon. Just watch. Just wait. Just walk in wisdom. Your silence will do more than your voice ever could. The angels are still surrounding you. The oil is still pouring. The scroll is still opening. And the inheritance is still yours. But only if you stay faithful. Only if you stay hidden. Only if you protect what heaven is planting. Your public breakthrough will come. But your private obedience must come first. In part 4, I will reveal the test that is coming before your triumph. Why it may look like a blessing, but is really a filter. And how heaven will walk you through without falling. Stay alert. Heaven is not finished speaking. And you, my child, are just beginning to hear. My beloved child, this next part is delicate. It is not wrapped in thunder. It is not carried by fire. It comes quietly, dressed as kindness. But within it hides the test of your obedience. Archangel Michael says, before the blessing arrives, a counterfeit will come first. It will look right. It will sound aligned. It will feel familiar. But that is what makes it dangerous. Heaven whispers, if you rush, you'll miss the warning. If you trust too quickly, you'll touch what was never yours. You must walk slowly now. Watch how people approach. Discern the rhythm of their words. One will come offering peace, but their peace is false. One will come with flattery, but their heart carries agenda. And one will come in silence, holding the truth without performance. That's the one heaven sent. Type, I choose wisdom. If your spirit recognizes this message, a test won't feel like a test. It will feel like answered prayer. That's why you must be still. That's why your discernment must be sharper than your desperation. Comment, I wait on heaven. If you're willing to pause. Your obedience in this test will unlock what you've been praying for. But if you move without instruction, you will open a door that heaven never gave you the key for. Archangel Michael says, I'm sending the sign. But will you recognize it without needing a crowd to confirm? This is between you and heaven. Now, let no one else interpret this moment for you. Let no one else distract what the Spirit is whispering. This blessing is holy, but it must pass through the fire of discernment. And only the pure will remain. Type 444 to guard your spirit in this hour. The blessing is still coming, but so is the test, and only one leads to destiny. Stay awake, child. Stay hidden. Stay wise. In part 5, the mask will finally fall. A person who has pretended to celebrate you will be exposed by a divine slip. What they say will not match what they feel, and heaven will use it to position you perfectly. Be ready, because the revelation is near. My beloved child, you have sensed it, haven't you? The shift in energy, the subtle change in someone's voice, the way their presence no longer feels safe. What your spirit has been whispering is now about to be confirmed. Archangel Michael says, the mask is slipping, and this time you won't have to guess. A person who smiled in your face has spoken your name in rooms you weren't invited to. They've dressed their jealousy in compliments. They've clapped for your success, but secretly hoped for your failure. Their words have been double-edged, sharp in private, soft in public. But now heaven intervenes. In the next few days, they will say something small, a misplaced comment, a strange question, a hesitant tone. It will seem accidental, but it is not. It is the divine exposing what could no longer stay hidden. Reveal the truth. If you feel this moment approaching, you do not need to confront. You do not need to defend. Your silence will speak louder than any correction, because this is not about revenge. This is about realignment. The person who is blocking your blessing is being removed by heaven's own hand. Comment, I choose. Peace, if you're ready to release it without retaliation. They did not stop your blessing. They only delayed your recognition. But heaven is catching you up. What was buried is being resurrected. What was stolen is being returned. Archangel Michael says, watch carefully. I will cause their intentions to unravel in front of you. Stay calm, stay discerning. Stay covered. Type 444 to seal this moment in divine protection. You've been protected more than you know. You've been shielded from conversations that were meant to break you. You've been redirected away from connections that carried poison behind promises. Now the shift begins. Heaven is not just revealing enemies. Heaven is revealing truth. Who is for you? Who is against you? Who is assigned to you? And who was only passing through? This moment will bring clarity. And with clarity comes power. In part 6, your divine instruction will be revealed. Heaven will show you the next step, the moment to move, the door to open, the voice to trust. You are closer than you've ever been. Stay ready, because revelation has a purpose, and your next move is sacred. My beloved child, the silence has spoken, the mask has fallen, and now heaven is waiting for your response. What happens next will not be controlled by the people around you. It will not be dictated by your past. It will be determined by your obedience. Archangel Michael says, the window is open, but it will not remain open forever. The decision is yours now. You've asked for a breakthrough. You've cried for clarity. And today, heaven has delivered both. But with them comes responsibility, because revelation without response is wasted oil. And what has been revealed must now be honored by action. Type, I receive the instruction. If your heart is ready, the next step is not complicated, but it is sacred. Heaven is not asking you to run. Heaven is not asking you to shout. Heaven is asking you to align. There's something, an idea, a vision, a connection that you've been hesitant to move on. Not because it's unclear, but because you've been waiting for validation. You've been waiting for someone to confirm what you already know. But heaven says, this is not the season for consensus. This is the season for conviction. Comment, I trust heaven. If you are choosing faith over feedback. My child, there is a divine meeting already being prepared. A conversation that will shift the direction of your next chapter. A door you thought was closed will be reopened. But this time, you must walk through it differently. Not with doubt, not with fear, but with prophetic confidence. You are not who you used to be. You are no longer the person who tolerated spiritual crumbs. You are no longer the one who explained yourself to those who lacked the capacity to understand. You are marked. You are sealed. You are being sent. Archangel Michael says, heaven has already spoken your name in places you have not yet entered. Type 444 if you are ready to walk into what was always yours. You will feel a shift in the atmosphere soon. A peace that doesn't make sense. A joy that shows up in the middle of uncertainty. That is the sign. When your heart feels still, even when your mind has questions, that is when you'll know heaven is moving. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time. Every delay, every disappointment, every unanswered prayer was setting the stage. For this very hour. Comment, it's my time. If your spirit knows it's true. This final instruction is simple, but weighty. Forgive quickly, release fully, trust deeply, and move silently. There is no more room for doubt, no more time for hesitation. The angels are moving, the path is clearing, and heaven is watching to see if you will take the step. Archangel Michael says, this is your last warning before the shift becomes visible. Not to scare you. To prepare you. Because when it appears, when the invitation comes, when the opportunity calls, when the connection reaches out, you must recognize it. You must remember this word. You must recall what heaven has shown you in secret. Your divine protection is not ending. It is increasing. But your obedience must grow with it. Type Amen. If you receive this final instruction, you are stepping into the hour of manifestation. Not just promises spoken, but promises fulfilled. Not just dreams imagined, but dreams delivered. Stay hidden, stay focused, stay faithful. Heaven is smiling upon you, and the angels are rejoicing. You are ready now. Walk boldly. You are not going alone. You are being carried by light. The next time they see you, they won't recognize you, because elevation changes everything. Your breakthrough has begun.